Morning YouTubers, it's me CJ in Retro in a very noisy Bescot Stadium right by the motorway, and I'm just about to head on to Crash Live 2022, which is a Fusion Books retro event with Revival I believe, and it's going to be a celebration of like 50 years of Sinclair, so it's my first ever home computer and my favourite, the ZX Spectrum, so I'm really looking forward to seeing what they've got in there, what I can get to play and see, and maybe a few purchases as well. I think they've even got a Sinclair C5 there, which, believe it or not, is in a book I've been reading recently called Do They Know It's Christmas? And have they stolen a million yet or something like that? And it's a time travel thing where they time travel in a Sinclair C5 car that's been, what's the word I'm looking for, modified to take two people. But yeah, they time travel in it, but I'm looking forward to seeing what one of them looks like in the flesh. So yeah, they look a bit cute. It's about 10:30. I'm just going to head on down and hopefully go straight in, because it's pretty cold today and I've not been very well. To be honest, I'm amazed I've actually made it to the show, because 2 days ago I was in bed. So yeah, let's see what Crash Live 2022 has to offer. Well, it appears the queue's gone from earlier, so hopefully I should just be able to get straight in. Let's find out. Well, we're not far, because we're in the stadium suite. I think we've been moved from the Bonza, and it's got a little sign here saying Crash Live this way. So is the queue going to be around here, or is it going to be quiet? Oh, right, doesn't look too bad. And there is a Sinclair C5 that I was on about just before we came in. Great to see one in its flesh. Could you read a time travel in it there?
No, that's not it. What? They've just got terrible.
At the same time, when you guys did something we need, it's yeah, it seems so. I've incorporated this into my freelance work, so a whole self-employment. Yeah, thanks. It's a gamble. When I dropped to 3 days at work, I'm taking a massive risk, but I need to try and get extra writing, because I'm doing 6-7 day weeks at the moment to do it all. So next year's going to be a key one for me.
My favourite ever ZX Spectrum, the 128K+2.
It's one favourite. So I think it's better. Let's give it a break with somebody. I've seen it one on it. Yeah, right. If you need anything, thank you.
I know, I thought we were going to have to get the chair and do a song. I was going to say.
Yes, 7,000 bag. No, I've got the crash thing. Managed to get out of it. Oh! Down to his last life now. Maybe 2 more, who knows?
Jet Set Willie, an absolute classic. Funny, I still had some of these there. Okay, so in the Crash Live 2022 goodie bag, you got what looks like a great Crash sticker, some kind of badge, I'm not even sure who that is, to be honest, and a nice little Fusion Crash Live souvenir magazine, which does actually show you some of the good Spectrum games from the day. Tells you about all the panel, you know, the panel talks that were on. The one bit I like was a little feature on Back to School and Manic Miner. So yeah, that's what I got. You also got this. Hidden Chest Gaming, 10% off edge from Dana's shop based in Brierley Hill. Great guy, Dana, known him a few years now. Helped me out when we went to Arcade Club one time, gave me a lift back. Seen him a few times at the venue, he's always a good laugh. He seems to have expanded his business really well. Like I say, he's got his own premises. He sells at video games markets. He's really grown from what I remember he used to be like a few years ago with his stock. And I actually bought a few things off him, so I'll show you what I got from Dana. Now Dana was, to be honest, one of the best priced, one of the most cheap priced stalls there. Prices were pretty good. They weren't over silly prices. Like I think one stall had Football of the Year at £5, which was just ridiculous. But I bought 5 games from him because I'm obviously just collecting for fun now, the games I want to play for a little while. So I bought Football of the Year 2, which wasn't a great game if I remember right. The first one was better. Frank Bruno's Boxing, which I don't think was a great conversion, but I'm going to try it again. Premier 2, because I used to love my football games and management. Premier 2 Super League. Snooker and Video Olympics, one that I enjoyed playing back in the day. So 5 games for £5 in this day and age, that's really, really good value. Yes, I was really pleased with that. And the actual first stall I went to was a guy who was, you know, his prices were comparable with Dana. Apart from those two, all of the prices I thought were quite high for Spectrum cassettes. I saw this, a favourite of mine back in the day. Chucky Egg 2 at £4. Now that might be a little overpriced, but obviously I wanted to play it. But I also saw Soccer Boss, a game I had from back in the day, and that was 50p. And I've never heard of this one, but obviously heard of the game, Bridge Player. And that was like 75p. So £5.25. He gave me the 3 for a fiver, and I went back later on to the same guy because I saw this at £2, and I thought this was quite good. It's a computer hits, and it's got Brian Jack Superstar, Chucky Egg, a great classic and favourite of mine from the, well, early to mid 80s. Jasper, Project Future, Overlords, Wriggler, Harry Attack, Brax Bluff, School Days, another one of my favourite ever games on the Spectrum, and Sorcerer of Claymore Castle. I almost forgot about this stall, the Retro Computer Museum. Now that guy was really cheap. He bundled together 6 games for £1, which is absolutely superb value when you get 1984, Action Reflex, Formula 1 Simulator, Gladiator, Grange Hill, and Knuckle Busters. So really, I think I came out with some good games there for the price. There were the usual stalls there where the Spectrum games that only used to be worth £1 or £2 and probably still perhaps are going for £4 and £5. I mean, you can see the likes of Checkered Flag. I mean, that's a £1 to £2 game all day. It's not a £4 for £5 game. So I understand why people have put the prices up. It is all about making money, but there's a limit. These stalls, like the Computer Museum, that guy that I got the other few games from, Dana's stall, prove that there are still traders out there with good prices. So I highly recommend, as I close this video off, that you go and visit Hidden Chest Gaming, which is Dana's shop, at Unit A, Wedgbury Way, Briley Hill, DY5 3JU. Of course, you can find him on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. He doesn't just sell games, he sells toys, comics, VHS, Warhammer. Yeah, he's got like figures and things like that. So yeah, whether he'll honour a 10% from the show, maybe I'll put it, I don't know. But yeah, that's about it. I hope you've enjoyed the little video. I won't talk too much about the event. I had a great time. I've just been very ill with a virus for a few days before, and it meant I could only stay at the show about 3.5 hours. So I didn't get to see one of the talks I wanted to, and I didn't get to perhaps socialise a bit more in the bar. But it was a miracle I actually made it, because a couple of days before I was in bed. So yeah, it was a great I'll probably keep saying revival, I don't know, but great Crash Live, and of course with revival events as well. And I just want to say thanks to, I think it's Chris Wilkins, obviously Craig Turner, Rebecca, all the team. I know some of the faces more than the names. So yeah, thanks for putting on a great event. It was much needed after the last few years of COVID, and hopefully I'll be able to talk a bit more next time when I'm a lot better. So thanks a lot for watching. Keep it real, YouTubers. Adios.